Beruchim habaim. Shalom Aleichem. Moshe Langado, here speaking under the auspices of Kollel, Baruch Ahavat Yisrael in San Diego, California, and Sha'rei Tziyon here in Brooklyn, New York. My friends, this week we read Parshat Bo. And we should know that the Jew is Ish Chesed. We have it from our forefather. Our father Abraham Avinu, was a man of kindness. His whole life surrounded kindness. And that is part of our genetic makeup. When we were in Egypt, we were slaves. We had a difficult time. We had taskmasters which were whipping us. But can we imagine that when the time came to leave, the Torah comes and tells us that we went to retrieve utensils and clothes from the Egyptians? And what does the Pasuk say? Daberna be'oznei ha'am. And Moses is commanded to talk to the people. Tell them they should take Ish me'et re'ehu. A man should take from his friend. The Egyptians all of a sudden became our friends. How did they become our friends? Didn't we hate them? Didn't they hate us? And Emek Davar says something so wonderful. The Emek Davar says, the plague of darkness lasted for 6 days. The first 3 days, the Egyptians couldn't see. The second 3 days, they couldn't even move. How did they eat? How did they drink? And Emek Davar says, the Jewish people went into their houses and they fed them and they gave them to drink. Can we imagine their hated enemies? And they fed them. Such is a Jew. That was the chesed. And then, after the Makar Choshech, when it was time to go and ask them for utensils of silver and gold, they were so happy to give it to them. My friends, the same thing with Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu is dealing with the most horrible tyrant, Pharaoh, a man of injustice and lies. And after the plagues, after 4 plagues, Pharaoh tells Moses, please pray for me. And Moses goes out and cries for Pharaoh, please let the plague end. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, 4 times. Moses goes out and prays for this decrepit man. And more so, how does he pray? He just doesn't have a simple prayer. He prays like Yitzchak prayed when he had no children, with a broken heart, with tears. The same word that is used by Yitzchak when he prays is used by Moshe when he prays for Pharaoh. He cries out to Hashem. Can we imagine what kind of heart of chesed a person has to have to be able to pray for his own enemies, to feed those who raised the whip against them? And that has been the Jew throughout the generations. We must always remain a people of chesed. And my friends, we see it even our days. When there's tragedy in different countries, be it floods, be it fires, be it famine, who is either the first or always one of the first to send aid and help the Jewish state. Yes, Eretz Yisrael. And even in America, when we've had tragedies, who are the first to go down and help? And many times it's our brethren, the Lubavitcher Hasidim, not only to help the Jews, but to help everyone who is in need. My friends, we come from Abraham Ish Chesed. Let's never forget that. Let us always be filled with not only sympathy, but empathy, that we go and act out on our feelings and help those in need. And there's no question that if we act as our forefathers did, we'll be ready to greet Mashiach very soon. Shabbat Shalom.